Good morning and happy Thursday. I did a group yesterday where I work at a partial outpatient, and I had asked a question about what stresses you out, right? And the answers, although some of them were really long, they like to tell the whole story. What it came down to is the same things that I kind of been talking about. One of them is communication and relationships. Like a lot of them stresses them out that they're not able to communicate to their parents, to their significant other, to their children, right? Either what they're saying the other person is not receiving and they're feeling frustrated, or they don't know how to say it. They don't know how to say it in a non-offensive way. They don't know how to say it in a assertive way. The other thing with communication and relationships is setting boundaries, right? Knowing how much to give and how much to take. I had one client that stated that, she likes to give all, and she doesn't understand why that's not enough to make that other person, her significant other, happy. And so all these things that go into relationship, communication, setting boundaries, is very, very vital. And a lot of us don't know how to do it. I think I just ran over an animal, but I think it was already dead. A lot of us don't know how to do it, and this is what stresses us out. This is what gets us frustrated. And if you're a woman in recovery, a person in recovery, these are the things that can cause you to relapse. So if you're highly stressed out, and I do have a client actually that is struggling with communicating with her parents, with her adult child, and it's stressing her out to the point where she is abusing her medication. So this is a real thing, right? So this is really important to hone in and figure out, all right, how can I do this, right? And how can I do this and set the boundary, like, I'm going to communicate this to them, but that doesn't mean they're going to receive it. It doesn't mean that they're going to be like, oh, okay, I understand what you're saying and everything's good. They might not be in that spot, right? And so learning how to communicate what you need to communicate and then walk away and say, okay, that's it. That's the end of the discussion. I'm not going to engage in this argument. I'm not going to continue this discussion. It's not going anywhere. You're just venting. You're just belittling me or whatever. So learning that is key. It's vital. The other thing that they talked about that stresses them out is regret and guilt, right? And that's a huge one also. We all do things that we're not proud of. We all do things that, we wish we had done better or whatever. And again, if you're a woman in recovery and you have these regrets weighing you down, keeping you stuck, it can cause you to do some, harmful behaviors, whether that's relapse, whether that's picking up a substance, or whether that's doing another harmful behavior, right? Overeating, or shopping, or gambling, or, there's a whole bunch of other things that you can, start doing as an unhealthy behavior that can be harmful to you, not necessarily picking up your substance of choice. Eventually, I have found in my experience and people that I worked with that you do go back to your substance of choice. But again, we want to get away from those harmful behaviors. So if you're stuck in guilt, shame, and regret, and you don't know how to get out, it can be deadly, right? This could be life and death for someone in recovery. And because we're dealing with substances, we're dealing with these really harmful behaviors. It really is life and death. And so learning how to get unstuck, learning how to not necessarily close the door on the past, revisit, reflect, learn, and let go. And that's a process, and that can be difficult for people. So why I bring these up is because these are the things that I teach in my online courses. This is the things that I teach with my coaching, and I don't do this necessarily to become rich quick. Obviously, this is not a field for that. So if you're someone who wants to get rich quick, obviously you don't go into health services, you don't go into this field, but it has become my mission, my passion to help people. I have found a way, I have found a solution to and I incorporate all this in my recovery to live an amazing life, and I'm free from that bondage, and I want to share that with people. So if you are interested, send me a quick message, Doreen at recoveryenthusiast.com. You can email me, you can hit me in the DMs or whatever. Hit me a text, hit me a message. Subscribe, watch my videos. Maybe you want to get to know me a little bit more. Maybe you want to see what I'm all about. Maybe you're not ready to make that commitment, but you're curious on what I'm all about. So subscribe, see the videos, see the things that I talk about. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook under Recovery Enthusiast. You can check me out there. I have a website, recoveryenthusiast.com, and I also have a blog on my website, so I also have some great information there. I hope this has helped you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to let the people that you love know that you love them. Send them that text. Don't take it for granted that they know. I had a conversation, and just as a side note, I had a conversation with my daughter last night because she was feeling really guilty about the Christmas present that her son broke, that was supposed to be for me and whatever, but she's feeling really guilty, and she's like, I'm gonna make it up to you, and yada 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 yada. And I started saying, what I wanted is what I got. I got to see my family, I got to be with my family, I have my family in my life, and that is my gift. She is my gift. And when I said that, she goes, oh Mom, thank you, I really needed to hear that today. And I forgot, what, I don't really tell her often enough how important she is, how proud I am of her, how amazing I think is. She is a wonderful mother, and she's a wonderful human being. She's forgiving, and she's intelligent, and she's compassionate, and she's all these things, and I forget sometimes. I take for granted that she knows this stuff, and it's important. It's important for me to remind her, to let her know this is how I feel, right? Because even if they know in the back of their heads, they need to be reminded, just like I need to be reminded, right? Just like we all need to be reminded. So it's important to let these people know that we love, how much we care about them, and why they're important to us in our lives. Let them know. Give them a text, give them a call, give them a hug as often as you can. Live your life enthusiastically, because there is no other way. And until next time, guys, stay blessed. Peace.